They want you to believe that the job market is dead. Who's they? I don't know, but they do.
The job market sucks right now. The job market is at a zero.
Like, why the fuck is the job market so motherfucking ghetto right now? Like, it's so ghetto. Like, if you got a job,
What's up, Financial Hawks? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the job market again. If you guys haven't already noticed, it's crazy. 2024. It hasn't necessarily, I should say, it hasn't gotten better yet. It's still out here crazy. A lot of people have been applying to lots of different jobs, and just a lot of different stuff has been going on in the job market. And I thought it would be great to kind of go over some more videos talking about this. I'll kind of give my advice kind of during my journey during this 2024 crazy job market, and advice that we can hopefully give to you guys, so you guys can go ahead and have a better chance of getting a job. But yeah, in the comments, you can definitely leave your thoughts here, kind of share your journey as well. If you are currently looking for a job, or if you recently have gotten one this year. A lot of people who are not in the job market 2024, or mainly people who haven't in the job market, or don't have, or have like a lot of experience, and they're going into the job market. They may have a different viewpoint of this, but if you're like transitioning over to like a new career, for example, right now, it is very tough. You got a lot of different competition. And even if you're not transitioning into another career, you're in the same career, the job market and the competition right now is insane, because there's so many people looking for jobs, but there are not that many jobs that are actually looking for somebody. You'll see like a ton of different job like postings, but a lot of these jobs are actually looking for people. And there's several different like videos I feel like I mentioned here. Maybe I haven't, but I feel like I have mentioned some of these before, where they're like the job companies are like looking for like to get like knowledge on people to kind of like more or less ghost jobs. So like you've applied to this job, but it's actually not real. They're actually not going to apply somebody to this job, or they already have somebody that they're already going to give the job to internally. And they just have to go ahead and post this online, but they already have somebody that they're already going to give it to. So again, it's kind of just something to look out for as well. But let's go ahead and start out with the first video, and we will continue our talks on this crazy job market right now.
Y'all, I've had a realization recently that a lot of people do not understand the reality of the job market in 2024. So I just want to share some information with you. In 2024, it is normal that people will send out hundreds of job applications and not even hear back. Literally, not that they're not getting interviews, they're just literally never hearing back. It has become quite normal that people are submitting hundreds of applications before they even land a single interview. It has become very, very normal for a job search to take over 6 months and often up to a year. And then alongside all of this, people who are on the job market are getting a ton of misinformation. They post that they're looking for work, and they start getting all of these messages from people offering to like write their resume or sell them career coaching services. Never mind that half those people are doing that work because they can't land jobs for themselves. And we have been in a period of inflation since 2020, so people are already operating with less savings and less of a cushion. And then on top of that, those unemployment benefits haven't necessarily increased. So for most people, even if you're maxing out the unemployment, you may not be able to pay your bills.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets even more complicated by all sorts of kind of shady practices, honestly. I've heard stories of companies posting jobs so that they can drive traffic to their website.
Mm-hmm.
I have heard of companies posting jobs and as part of the job application process requiring that people create an account on their website, which is certainly a great way to get people to start using your product. There are so many job boards that are just scraping whatever jobs are out there. And so you may be applying for jobs that aren't even open anymore. And there are even companies that are posting completely fake jobs to try to get job seekers information. We keep hearing about how the economy is booming, and for some people it is. The stock market is doing great. If you have a lot of money in the bank, you are probably gaining a lot of interest.
Mm-hmm.
We keep hearing about the really low unemployment, and there is low unemployment, but a lot of those jobs are not jobs that pay a living wage for 2024 standards. And on top of that, a lot of people are underemployed because they just took jobs to get them through this period when they got laid off the last couple of years. I don't really have any great purpose for sharing this. I just think it's important for people to have this context because I don't think everyone does. And I think that if you are aware of that, it might help you show a little bit more empathy, try to be a little bit more supportive of what people are going through. It might lead you to talk to your company's recruiting team and see if there's ways that they can improve the process and the experience for people applying. Maybe it'll motivate you to check in on people in your network who are currently unemployed and see if you can help them in some way. Maybe if you've been a hiring manager or recruiter yourself, you can offer like a free resume review so they don't have to pay someone. Maybe you can offer a referral to your company. Maybe you can offer to make some introductions to people in your network. And if nothing else, hopefully it builds a little bit more empathy for what people are going through. Because if you're not in a situation right now where you are actually aware of how bad it is from firsthand experience, then you were lucky. But most of us have very little control over whether we're laid off or not. And it only takes one layoff for us to be in the same situation.
Great advice. She kind of talked about a lot of the different things I was talking about with like the fake jobs and whatnot. But she did that. Yeah, that was great. Like, I really can't think of anything to add to that TikTok, actually. One of the things, kind of going back
That
to
is
the
my
gig economy, like she talked about how, like, you see stats like on the news, like, oh, got this low unemployment. But she made a great point that, yeah, these jobs, all these jobs aren't livable income. And I guess I got something to add to that. I was hearing that they count gig work as being employed. So, for example, if I sign up, okay, let's say I didn't have a job right now and I sign up for Uber. If I just work Uber like once a week, for example, I technically have a job. So I'm technically not unemployed, but I'm not making dang near nothing if I'm only working one day at Uber, for example. So yeah, they're including jobs like this, like these gig jobs, see jobs that people may, just apply for. You may only be working a day or two for. Maybe you're just doing this for the side job or something. And maybe maybe you like living with somebody else, and they're considering that you have a job, so the unemployment is low. When actuality, if you do an actual report of people who are having a livable, wage, livable, ways that they can afford like somewhere to stay and food and whatnot, yeah, those numbers would be drastically different. So just because you see numbers and stuff online don't necessarily mean it's true. Like the saying that goes like, people can lie, but numbers don't lie. Well, actually, that's false too. People can lie, numbers can definitely lie too. The thing that doesn't lie is the math behind the numbers. That's the key. So I can lie to you. I can easily, like, you know what? I may actually make a video on this, how I can easily lie to you and make any stat by the numbers legit, by the numbers be 100%. But then I'm going to show you the math behind the numbers. And that's how I'm able to get these crazy like speculations and stats that I'm going to have to do. But yeah, like people lie, numbers lie, the math behind the numbers don't lie. And that's where you want to see the math at. Yeah, the unemployment numbers are probably showing super low, but then when you look at the actual math and seeing that, yeah, you counting people who make $40 a day, I mean $40 for a month as being being employed, it will drastically change the like the perception of those numbers. So kind of just FYI on that. I'm gonna for sure have to make that video for you guys so you guys can see that. But yeah, oh man, you can lie so easily with numbers. It's crazy. But again, you want to look at the math behind the numbers to actually see if it's legit or if it's not, or if it applies to you or not. But I think she did a great job again. I'm trying to see anything other that was like big on here. We already talked about the ghost jobs, the fake jobs. And she also talked about, I know at the end, like we all can be close to that, type of situation where you usually get laid off and now you don't have no type of income and you can't get any type of job, and you go in months and months and maybe your unemployment runs out and then you kind of just really screwed. So yeah, anybody can like technically get in that type of situation, especially depending on how long it takes you to get the next job. So if you do have money set aside and you have it maybe for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, for example, and it takes you longer than that, you can really get in a bind, or maybe something medically happens to you. You get in a car wreck or something, and it kind of just really screws up your income or your money while you're unemployed. Those are all, valid things, think about. But I'm trying to think of anything else
might
big
lead
on
you to talk.
this. I can't remember anything else that was major on this, but she did a great job explaining kind of like the craziness kind of going on right now. And just some of the facts behind the numbers that you're saying. Let's go ahead and play the next one here.
The job market in 2024 is absolutely brutal. And finally, the numbers are backing this up. I've been talking about this for months, but all the job seekers that I'm talking to that are going for corporate positions are finding it extremely tough on the job market. People are now having to apply to hundreds, if not thousands, of jobs before they even hear back from a few opportunities. This is impacting particularly those who are in their 20s. So these are people who have newly graduated. There is less demand for those with bachelor's degrees in those corporate roles. A lot of this is because these companies for a really long time had more headcount than they needed. So they're still trying to adjust to levels. They're still laying off people and then not hiring as many new people. That coupled with the fact that AI seems to be replacing a lot of these entry level positions that new grads would have usually got. So this is just making it extremely tough. A lot of people are suggesting that one of the best ways to find a job right now is through your network, through people that you know, or you just need to apply to lots and lots of jobs. And when you hear back, nail the interview. Either way, it's great to see that the data is actually backing up what we're feeling. Instead of people just talking about how great of a job market it is all the time, now there is validation. But corporate
Yeah, that was a good one. Applying to lots of different jobs, and yeah, this really affecting people like in their 20s, new grads. I can definitely see that, and it sucks too because like you're going to school, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get this degree, and everybody tells me that yeah, you go to school and you're gonna become wealthy and all this hoopla, and then you actually hit the actual market and you're seeing that that's all fake, that all the stuff that you're hearing are from people 20, 30, freaking 40 years ago. And then you get in the rear space like, dang, I'm trying to get the job out of the debt now and I'm not able to get anything, and all these older people have lied to me pretty much like that. Like that's pretty much like the feeling you're getting. And then you're probably seeing news like you talk about, like the news may be saying, oh yeah, like the job market is great right now, but you're actually living in it and your friends are living in it and you actually see that that's all false. So I'm glad that I guess more data is coming out kind of supporting this, that these people aren't lying. All these TikTok videos and Instagram videos and YouTube videos of people talking about how hard it is and, recently graduating, and you're thinking you have all this knowledge and you have the perfect skill for the entry level job and you're still not getting it. This is all very, very real, and hopefully something that can be addressed, more throughout the year and next year. Because I mean, the year is almost kind of up already, and it necessarily hasn't gotten better either, which is crazy. So I can just imagine how 2025 is going to be. We got a lot of the elections going on as well, which may shake up things even more. Could make things better, could make things worse. I guess we'll see there. But yeah, I think that was pretty good advice. Kind of what he talked about, again, applying to a lot of different jobs and nailing that interview. Yeah. If you can't nail that first interview, it's fine. Keep on applying and just get better at interviewing. So then once you get that right position, you'll have that right skill set of, applying to all the different jobs and having knowledge of kind of what they'll be asking you in the interview, which can help you out during that interview so you can go ahead and ace that mug. But yeah, it is crazy right now. I can just imagine how it would be if I'm just now graduating and applying to 1,000+ jobs just from our first role like that. Yeah, I know it's probably hard. It's probably definitely very hard. And kind of just something that I've been thinking about too, like always staying up to date. So that when I do have kids, I'll have a better understanding of kind of like the current jobs that may be good for them when they get older. Because it's always something new every 5-10 years, like a career field that I never thought about. So I'm pretty sure, 20 years from now, it'll be, a plethora of different, fields and whatnot that I'm not even thinking about right now. So I will definitely, just be sure that I'll be keeping my ear on the internet streets so I can help them out with that. And yeah, like, I guess we'll see if college is going to be that important, but like, you don't necessarily need like a college degree to, get into tech or to make a whole lot of money in a lot of different fields. They kind of just want you to have that technical skill. So, we'll see if that will continue. A lot of different things, I'm pretty sure it will be. And yeah, that'll be kind of my basis on kind of what I recommend for my kids during their time after high school or whatnot, if I recommend that or not. But yeah, it was, yeah, I like this video a lot. And you feel like he's, pretty what's the word, pretty optimistic in a good way. And I feel like his other videos are probably like that too, which hey, I'm shooting for the rest of this year or maybe next year that things can actually start improving there. Let's go ahead and play the next video here. Oh, you guys can't even see it. Let me go ahead and share this.
Being so humbled by looking for service jobs in the 2024 job market. I'm currently having trouble finding work in the major I studied in college, so I've been applying to a ton of service jobs. I feel like no matter what the job is, they all want you to have a bachelor's degree, 1 to 3 years experience, and the pay is like 20 to 22 an hour. I also just got rejected from Whole Foods too, which is rough. I have experience working at a grocery store and my availability was pretty open, so maybe I somehow just scream red flags. But anyways, I just wanted to share my thoughts in case anyone else feels like they're getting humbled, and cheers to hoping to find a job so I can stay in San Francisco.
Okay. So this is in San Francisco.
Trouble finding work.
And yeah, I guess the job market is humbling her. Yeah, the job market is humbling a lot of people. She said for a what was it, Walgreens or what store it was that he said for like to be like a regular staffer there, it seems like you need a bachelor's degree. It's crazy right there. Just for the fact that I'm in like the tech side of things, so it's more having the knowledge. I guess if you aren't in the tech field, I guess they may start looking for that a whole lot more. Again, if you guys already know me, a lot of my different videos are like finance relation, but also me being into tech and me recommending that for people. So I definitely recommend that for career wise. Yeah, her situation sucks, and a lot of people are in that current situation right now where it seems like you need everything. Like you need 50 years plus experience and XYZ just to get an entry level job, which again is crazy right now. Hopefully she does, hopefully she does able to get like a job, something that she can at least pay something with, and then be able to work from there. Hopefully transition into tech. Gain that knowledge, spend that hour or two a day, and then you can just apply that knowledge for the position, because they're not necessarily looking for you having XY degree or XY this. They're looking for, hey, do you know this software? Do you know this software? Are you willing to learn this software? Let me see your troubleshooting processes, XYZ, and they're paying good. So again, if you're thinking about or you're in the job market right now, I definitely again recommend looking into some type of tech role. And it doesn't have to necessarily be super high tech. You don't have to necessarily get into cybersecurity. You can get into like help desk or other IT roles that can still pay you well, give you a good work-life balance, and something that you can learn on the side, and you don't have to spend years doing XYZ work to get to that level. Let's go ahead and play the last one real quick. This one's this one I did see most of because it was funny, but I just want to go ahead and end this video with this one here.
Like, why the fuck is the job market so motherfucking ghetto right now? Like, it's so ghetto. Like, if you got a job, you better hold on to that motherfucker tight. Like, hold on for dear life. Like, you need to stay with the job that you are in. If you don't like it, just deal with it, suck it up, because, baby, the job market right now ain't it. It's not it. You could be going on so many interviews and nobody calling you back. You could be in group interviews and nobody dealing with you. Like, why the fuck?
Yeah, the job market is crazy right now. He says the job market 2024 is ghetto. I think that's everybody's, like, this video is everybody's internal thoughts of this wild job market right now. I'm gonna have to watch some more of this video. Maybe we might do like a whole thing where we're just reacting to some of these videos and seeing if we agree. I agree 1000% of this. It's crazy right now. You can literally apply to hundreds, thousands of jobs, not hear a thing, or at least hundreds of jobs, and majority of those you actually won't hear anything. I'll apply to jobs before, and like a couple seconds later, oh, we reviewed your things and you didn't make it. Just constantly getting those rejection letters. But that's if you're in that current situation, you're definitely not alone. Like a majority of people, I feel like, who are actually looking out here trying to get another job. So don't feel too bad. Just keep on grinding, keep on that hustle, and you can do it if you keep on applying and getting better and leveling up yourself. You got to do a lot. I ain't going to front with you. This is a crazy time right now. So if you currently got a current job right now, definitely don't leave that job to then start applying to a job. If you want to leave your current job, it's best to start applying now, and then get that letter that, hey, you're in, and then leaving that job, the monkey branch to the next job. You don't want to just leave your current job and then do a YOLO, especially right now. I know like 2 years ago, a lot of people were doing that, and I bet they're suffering a lot now if they're still doing that right now. Hopefully, if you're somebody who did do that like a year or two ago, hopefully you're not just doing that crazy stuff right now. Hopefully you're like, okay, job market crazy right now. Let me make sure I get this next job in writing or whatnot, and then I'll leave my current job to get that. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.